Welcome to the Blue Dragon Guild.
Hey.
Yo.
Paint chat. You cannot tell from the miniature in the middle of the screen there. We are painting the wonderful Froghemoth. So, yeah. I talk about this wonderful monster in our review of the miniatures for Wave 13. So, check that video out. I talk about D&D on Sunday.
Hold on one second. My camera, I don't know if I'm choppy on your guys' end, but you guys are on mine.
You're good.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said, Baron?
Let's talk about the wonderful D&D that we had on Sunday.
Pretty rad.
Oh, Lord.
I like the cinematic that we set up for the end. It worked a little bit. I wanted to get that part in before we had to leave. And I think it worked out very, very well. And it's going to, it'll look cool cinematically, I hope, and then see where that leads us.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed the ending of we're standing there in the snow and Dave's character is freaking out.
Yes. That part is the best.
Yeah, that was really good.
Hi, Kaylee. Thanks for watching the stream.
Hey. Painting frogs. I don't like that at all. One color in, I'm like, nope. I'm done with that.
I'm still putting a palette.
Oh, I went for some of the Turbo Dork green, and that just didn't work at all.
Yeah, I decided to not use like any contrast or any of that junk on mine. Like I'm just going on layering like coats and just being crazy with it.
Same. Need white.
This is going to take me forever, which will be super cool because I actually want to spend a long time on this one because I have to use there's like 12 paints here and 3 different washes.
All right.
I think you were going to ask me, Baron, if I primed it. I did. I did in gray.
Cool.
With another paint just to see if that would work because I could not find my white. My frog trying to get away. I'm very excited to play again very soon, I hope. I hope we I want to use this frog in it now, even though it has no place.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been thinking about the old Froghemoth all day for reasons we aren't going to disclose. But
dude, we could have put it in the hot spring.
That's true. It could have been down in there with the frost giants just hanging out.
Well, I guess if we go back.
Yeah.
This would be incredible.
Tell that to the skeleton. Be like, what?
I am just putting contrast on this frog so far, and it looks incredible.
There's a lot of that, so it should work.
I did not mean to phase out my frog for a while.
That frog's gone.
I couldn't see underneath the part I was painting, so I brought it really close to me and was like, "Oh yeah, my camera's not there."
Yeah, been there. I am painting.
This is the first. Well, sorry, go on. There's a delay.
You're good.
My bad. This is the first big mini I've painted. I think Orcus is smaller than this. of this big. Like my Orcus Mini is wider than this with the wings, but like his body is smaller than this. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty excited.
Now, I have no idea if contrast goes on first, last, middle, no idea. But I am going to paint over this contrast.
I think you just put it on as you see fit.
Frog. Love it. That's your frog's blue, Baron.
Yes, I am going totally non-traditional with my Froghemoth. I found a very lovely picture of a blue dart frog that I really liked it. So I said, I'm going to paint a blue Froghemoth.
Yeah?
Because who's going to stop me?
I was going to go tree frog, and then I just put that contrast on it and went, nope. Rocking with this. Baron, I did think you said we have a video coming up on this Froghemoth. Is that correct?
We do. We will have a video out on this Froghemoth. I do not remember the exact date of it, but it will be later in the month. So if the Froghemoth is something that you're interested in, subscribe and yeah.
Get some frog.
Team Frog.
Team Frog.
Team frog.
Kaylee, I'm glad you like the frog. I think he's going to turn out pretty well.
I decided to go with a twin sons. Sons spelled as you have multiple boys in your family tree that you had. And some contrast green and see what that's going to do. And then if I don't like it, paint it again.
Hey, Ethan, checking out. We are painting and hanging out pretty much.
That's really blue. Oh, man. That's great. I just think it's much, much more enjoyable to have a group to paint with. I mean, I have painted by myself many a times, but it's like, if you can't find some people, it just, I don't know, you get kind of, something else happens, or you just get bored. Just the talking part, I think, just really makes everything go smoother.
Yeah, it's a good social medium. We'll put it like that.
Ah!
It's the best.
I just like grabbed the whole back of my model with wet paint.
I'll try to plug my light back in here.
So yeah, painting underneath, not fun.
No, it's awful. The feet and the gut are so far not super fun.
Ethan, I think we're going to try and stream for about an hour. So if you're able to stick around for that long, that would be awesome.
So I was telling Baron before the stream, since I don't usually do cool things to the bases of my minis, on this one, I bought some cheap 5-minute epoxy that I'm going to throw some debris in, and I purposely got a gross color, and I'm gonna you can dye it with a couple drops of mini paint, and I'm gonna try to make it look like he's coming out of the gross swamp water.
I think that will be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It worked really well on the other stuff we were crafting, so, and it's extremely easy as long as you literally do it within 5 minutes. So I think if you just like slap it on there, I mean, it doesn't have to look great because it's going to settle. I think it'll be pretty rad.
Nice. Chris, some lady named Heather wants to know if we can get more mystery dice unbaggings.
We can. They're super cool once I get more money. Because I also want more of them. They sadly did not have any cool promo sales during the holidays from that place. Well, they did, but not for mystery, or like it had to be crazy dice, which I was unwilling to get.
Yeah.
But who knows? I haven't checked it in a while, so.
I forgot to plug my phone in. That was almost.
Oh, there you go. You'll be all right. You just black out for a minute.
Mackenzie needs me to add him back in. We lost Mackenzie.
Oh. How am I still here?
Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm sorry, Mackenzie. You cannot come back.
Oh my!
Hey.
I tried to message in the private chat. I plugged my light in, and it was just like, "Oh, you're gone." I was like, well, alrighty. It's like, I guess I'm done painting Frog. I was like, I don't think they can hear me.
Ethan, we don't really play too much outside of D&D. We have played others in the past, but just D&D is our go-to. It's the one we all enjoy the most. So it's the one we primarily stick to. Plus, you know, we don't get a lot of time to play, so we like to stick to what we know versus going in and trying to learn something else. And we have a lot of different stories going on in our campaigns, so we're trying to keep up with those as well. But we have looked at other ones. Chris and I were looking at the Cthulhu RPG a little while ago, but we never really.
That one looks really good. I still really want to try Overlight, since it's from a board game company that has nothing to do with RPGs, and it's supposed to be for people that like story but don't really know how to play RPGs. I just haven't investigated it 100%. Mostly the time factor. It's really affordable. It's only 2 books, but it's kind of wonky. So, yeah, it's 2 books, and it has these special dice, but realistically, you could just use just different colored normal dice.
Yeah.
It's just maybe at some point in the future when we get more time, that might be something that we think about.
I think I'm going to try some Pathfinder, and then my friend Joey just sent me a thing on the entire Pokemon game that someone made of 5th edition, which is kind of interesting. I'll look at it, but like you guys said, I don't know my time that I'll have to play anything.
I've played Pathfinder when it originally came out. I know they have updated it a lot since then. it really like sort of, I don't know, like it helped, I think 3.5 be better at the time, but then I still didn't like it. Not saying it's a bad system, it's not at all. It just wasn't my style. It did fix the rogue having too many skills problem from back in the day, though, so that was awesome.
I have never played the D&D Stranger Things. Chris, do you own that or have played it?
I certainly own it.
Nice.
I want to really bad, but like, and I know the group will play it, but I think the only ones who would really get into it were me and you. So I read it. I've read all the way through it. I think you can do it in like one night if you played for like 4 hours, maybe two small sessions. It's not very long at all. And it's sort of just one and done, and your characters are pre-built for you. Like you just grab everything out of the box and start playing. No leveling, nothing. It's just, here we go.
I have not.
But we can do it. Yeah, I mean,
I've never watched. I've watched like one season of the show, and that was it.
I think it's just like the setting feel. I feel that you might like it more than anybody else. It's not even setting from the show. It's very. They did a really good job of making it feel like a child made it. So it's just really interesting. Like it's pretty much just like, here's this story. The only drawback might be that it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of room for like sort of free thinking RP.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard. Like this is what you need to do, go do it. But the story is really neat and the miniatures are pretty awesome.
Ethan, normally play in person, but we have played online before. We haven't really used anything like Roll20 or Fantasy. I have looked at Fantasy Grounds before, and it was a bit more than I cared to put into it at the time. Plus, we played in person, I'd say a good 90% of the time. So
yeah.
It's not really something that we necessarily would use. I have heard of people saying, I have heard of people using World Anvil, which is a service that I use for like world building. I have heard of people playing on there, but I don't know how that system works. Secondly, good looking honky. Thank you. Glad you enjoy the work that you're doing.
And
What a great name.
The Wolf, yes. If you are from our nearby area, Next Level Games does have these. I'm pretty sure that's where all three of these came from. So yeah, shout out there to help us. How about painting this thing's eyes?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but I want to try to paint them like red, and I almost put this green contrast on them. My lighting's bad in here.
I really thought you were just going to paint in the dark the whole time.
Yeah, just get down and go. Done. Yeah, I think you can play that in one time. Kaylee was asking. I think you can play that one night, maybe 4 hours, maybe a little. If you can't play that long, you can probably do it in 2.
Fenris Wolf, I believe he started with the Turbo Dork and did one brush stroke and said, "No, I'm not doing that."
I did. I used Twin Suns. I didn't do it as the whole thing. But what ended up working was putting that on and then putting the contrast on top of it. Because where it also makes it wet, the Turbo Dork makes it shiny come through a lot more underneath, like almost a glitter look. Hopefully, when it dries, it doesn't look like glitter. It just looks like water all over it. I keep moving the frog, and the contrast keeps running, and then it just puddles everywhere, and then runs down the back of them.
Yeah, what it's supposed to do.
Oh, it's really, really runny. Frog. Yes, I did. This one I actually did gray because I couldn't find my black. It still worked out pretty good. But yeah, I always learn to prime them in a black or white, or the Turbo Dork won't work correctly.
Nope.
Like getting them feet.
Yeah, they're a little tricky.
Frog looking good. I didn't know how. I know we have the one where it's unpainted, but I kind of just forgot what the back of the frog looked like until I opened it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
You
It's
you mean the one that's pre-painted?
yeah. I just couldn't remember what it looked like on the back side of it. So until I opened it, I was like, "Oh, okay, good, good." So it's real smooth. For some reason, I thought like it had tentacles coming right from its direct back, like right in the middle. I was like, "All right, no, they're on the side. That's good." Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
He's mostly blue.
Dude, yeah. Chris, yours looks like a dark green. Is that what that is?
Yes, that is. I am not affiliated with this company, but I love this color. It is Venom Worm from Army Painter.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Everything I'm using today is Army Painter except 3 colors because I've tried a lot of paint and it works the best for me.
That is
4
great.
colors, sorry. My black is this P3 black, which is probably my favorite. Second favorite to Army Painter is now probably P3 because it's just so good.
Chris, that is a gray frog. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Out of the colors I will be putting on there, it's going to be real touchy if you can see any of them except for the gray. I got purples, greens, this odd yellow that's probably going to be too light, so it's probably also going to be gray.
Yeah,
That's great.
any of that. Those of you wondering, I am color deficient, aka color blind. So, reds, greens, and purples don't do it for me.
No wonder you didn't paint a
Don't
frog
let him fool
green.
you. He paints everything blue.
That's right.
Actually, I've been painting a lot of green lately, and I'm like trying to do highlights, and I'm like, I cannot tell if that is actually on.
That's all right. I know no colors that go together. So I just throw things on there and go, hey, it looks like something. Remember one time one of you guys messaged me, he's like, oh, just look at the color wheel. And I looked and was like, yeah, that don't make any sense to me.
It was probably.
I'm really hoping for one of these videos, like we're all really serious, and Mackenzie just grabs a can of spray paint and just spray primes the whole mini and be like, he's done.
I'm done, petrified. This is a stone golem. Every one of my characters is ran in with a Medusa. That's what's happened.
I mean, I don't know they haven't.
Valid.
Hey, the one I did like that looked like the statue that I thought I was just being cute actually came out super cool.
I agree with Ethan. Those colors are overrated.
That's right. You just paint what you like.
Pretty much what I do. Just if it looks cool to me, cool.
I feel almost done with...
Go on.
That was it.
No, almost done. I feel it looks cooler. Like, I mean, maybe it's just us because we're so used to playing the game and want something a little different. Like, if I see a mini that's like really super detailed painted and it's in a serious game, like if you were playing like Avernus or one of those like dark campaigns, I think that's super cool if someone puts like gore and just really crazy paint job in it. But if you're playing like a normal homebrew game and you throw out like a blue Froghemoth, people are going to be like, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah.
Like I think that's cool that even experienced players are going to be like, "Well, you know, sort of out of the game, it's a Froghemoth, but what is it?"
Yeah.
Like they're not supposed to be blue, and then bam, here you go.
I mean, you guys know from the games that I've ran, I love using monsters in ways that they aren't normally used. So I'm going to do that as much as possible. Ethan, we have been doing YouTube for just over a year. I think Mackenzie and I go in November of 2019 and did one video in December, and then starting in 2020 we put out a video every week. And obviously we plan to continue putting out videos each week.
The frog skin is done. I don't know if you can see that on your end.
Looks cool.
Looks cool. It kind of glows. Oh my gosh, take away from the light and it's so dark. Whatever, I love it. Surprised we hadn't seen Dave.
He's probably at work.
He can do it while he drives.
You know.
I mean, he's not driving.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So he looks at some kid and is like, "What do you think about this?" and reaches the phone across and wrecks.
Would be incredible.
I mean, not for him, but
No, but they don't drive his car, do they?
no.
That's probably
No.
better. Never been in Dave's car, so I don't know if it had like the little pedal on the side.
No, but that would be excellent.
Silly frog. What was your guys' most enjoyable part of the last session, minus Dave at the end?
I've been trying to think about that.
Mine was I didn't roll 6 ones in a row.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Now, without giving spoilers away, I'm correct in what I said, right? That the crystals can do bad things if bad people use them?
Yes.
Okay, then I stand by my statement. Because I was thinking, like, we have this thing now. What if we just take it with us until we have, like, a base and use it for good? Because we can't just bury it, because then somebody else is going to find it.
Yeah, the only thing you knew was...
But I have an idea, like, in-game for it.
Don't tell me. I'll ruin it.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to... Everybody looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, no, this is a smart idea. Why would we not do this? And then Dave was like, why would we do that? It's just this thing. No, it's not. We took it from a hag. It's not just a thing. And my favorite... I think that might be one of my favorite parts was Dave was like, how do you know? And I'd be like, they told us. They told us this is what this stuff does. I have, like, the dwarven letter that explains things.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, yeah. Yes.
I like when Mike died because you were like, I'm just like, well, you know more about that kind of magic than I do, so let's roll with it.
Right. That was like a perfect, like, yeah, you probably know that.
My favorite part is you left the town mayor going down through the town hall. It's like 3 floors to go get a dead body, and he's going to come up and be like, where'd you go?
I mean, technically, we didn't need the body. We just wanted the guy's items.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
where'd you go?
I was going to check it to see if I think it's really him. But since they gave me that sweet hat, it's got to be one of the 4 if it wasn't really him. So I got a sweet hat, and that's all I cared about.
Where's Bo?
Bo is the best member of the party.
That's what they're going to miss, is Bo the mule.
Right. We have a bounty on our heads for snatching mule.
Yep. You can't
We
do
don't
that
want to
nice
kill
thing.
you. Just bring Bo back.
Baron, you would know that question Ethan's asking better than I would.
Honestly, it was Chris.
Was it? Oh, well.
Chris just said, I don't really know what his inspiration was. He just said, yeah, we're the Blue Dragon Guild. Take it or leave it. And I said, okay.
And we took it.
Yeah.
What was your inspiration on that, Chris? Color? Animal? Both?
For what?
The name.
I can't see the chat, sorry.
Yeah. We're
Like
called
what
the
I'm painting?
No, name of the guild.
Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention at all. I think it was more like I like that dragon because I had a different name in mind, and then like I feel that it's not used enough, and it's really cool. Like if you look into like their kind of lore and such. So I liked it, and there it is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I already said that.
Mackenzie, if you remember back to our 3.5 days, we did go by the name the Green Dragon Group for a little bit.
I remember that.
And then we all went off to college and didn't.
Yes. And the dragon flew away.
Well, not necessarily. I started to have another one, and then I didn't have to because Blue Dragon happened first, and I went, "Yep, that's the one we're doing."
Yep. I like it.
Elbow cough. I love it. We will have to play Stranger Things.
Yeah. Guys,
I don't know. I'm not using that. We any blood for this frog? Or? I won't waste my time painting minis if I can't put blood effects on them.
That's fair.
Mackenzie, do you have?
Yeah.
Do you have your blood for the blood god?
I do. It's fantastic. I finally ordered from, I think, Europe, my glow-in-the-dark paint that I hope doesn't suck like every other one I've bought.
You just have to mix it right.
The green.
Yes.
It's coming from Spain, and yes, as long as you, like Chris said, mix it right, it will work perfectly.
Good.
I learned that on Canvas. I wrote this down because I cannot remember, and maybe somebody will tell us which of these two ways is correct. I believe you add the color to the glow paint, not the glow paint to the color.
Okay.
You can put a gallon of like glow paint into like a thing of color and nothing will ever happen. But if you do the opposite, because I did it with blue because I was making a magic circle out of foam, it didn't make the paint glow that color. Like you got to use lighting for that, but it did make it the cool like normal glow in the dark, and it was pretty bright. And it didn't take very much. I put like 3 drops of craft paint that glows into like 6 drops of regular paint, and it was fine.
Okay. That's what I need to do. For those people that may not know, if you take glow-in-the-dark paint and put it on the like metal-looking kind of paints, it will immediately eat everything off of it. That's what happened to me.
Huh.
And I went, whoa, that's bad. Oh my gosh, I can't mess up his eyes.
Sure.
I breathe. Oh my god. Yeah, frog. The crap. I like Citadel a lot. Just because I like the little pods.
See, I don't. I like dropper. I'm a dropper man for life. I like the P3 pots pretty well. My Citadel pot, I don't know. They bug me a little. I think it's because they don't stay open that well. And yes, I know I can make them stay open and bend it a little farther. Doesn't matter. I don't like it. But the color selection is excellent.
Well, just take a dropper and suck all the paint out of them. Yeah, put them in a dropper.
Well, that's fair, but I tried that. That doesn't really work as good as it sounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I also don't like that I have to learn a bunch of different things, like base. I know what a base coat is. I know what a layer paint is. Then they have a bunch of random stuff that I'm like, sometimes this means this, sometimes it doesn't. I feel that I do all of the same thing with one bottle of paint and plus or minus more water.
That is true.
Also, if your paint's too runny, put baby powder in it. It will thicken it up and not mess up your mini, and it looks fine.
What?
Yes, I had an artist friend in college tell me for canvas painting, so I tried it on miniature painting, and it's perfectly fine.
That's cool.
Yep. Just be careful. Like you, I mean, it doesn't take very much at all, but it'll make it a little thicker without adding any texture or being weird.
Froghemoth looks like I got lipstick on now.
Maybe he does.
He might. I don't know what he does.
That is true. It's none of your business.
Man. I looked up how tall these things were because I didn't know. Chris, any guess how tall this is?
How tall a Froghemoth is?
Yep.
I'm gonna guess large base. I don't know, 10 feet.
Nope.
The huge base, sir.
Oh, 10 feet.
It is not. That would have made more sense and not been as terrifying.
26 feet.
What?
Oh,
26 feet.
Is that a guess, or are you telling me the answer?
I mean, I'm guessing, but I'm also.
That's pretty close.
What do
They
we at?
are 22 feet tall.
Dang.
Yep, because I thought, oh, they can't be that big. Yeah, they are. And then I
I
looked,
mean,
well,
they
how big?
swallow people,
Right. They do.
but I recall now that it swallowed more than me in that one campaign.
Because I thought grungs. I thought grungs wouldn't be very tall. Yeah, they're 3.5 feet tall.
That's still pretty small. That's like Hobbit size.
So they're some pretty big frogs. Repaint his lips.
He's coming for you.
Oh, I was really psyched to get the base coat done on the skin. I am not psyched to paint the second layer on the skin. And it looks like I only missed like one big spot. I mean, that's not a big deal.
Not bad.
Yeah. We'll go back to painting tiny minis. I mean, I mess those up all the time, but you'll never know because it'll all be one color.
That's right.
That's why I like painting goblins. Is it green? Yeah. All right, I'm done. Pathfinder goblins, not D&D goblins, since they're that weird peach color. Or blue, or red, and one of the other crazy junk that came out now for them.
Mackenzie is the master of goblin painting.
That is true. It is impressive.
We've lost Mackenzie again, apparently.
He gone.
All right, I'm done with this little
He'll
camera.
come back.
Let's use this one.
Hey,
Were you?
My little camera, I guess, keeps getting unplugged, even though I'm not even near it.
Probably the cat.
No, she's over there being fat.
Might have been that no good wife of yours then.
No, I don't know where she is. Somewhere being fat, too.
she watching this or not?
My wife is pregnant. Yeah, that's driving me mean.
Sure, Mackenzie, you backpedal.
Yeah, this frog got me wrong.
We're not there. We don't know. What am I gonna do? I think
Look at you, stupid frog. Look like you're going out on a date.
that.
I put this red on him, and I was like, that wasn't a good idea. Try to paint his gums. That didn't work. It's a boy.
You just asked for the boy.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what I thought I heard.
I guess.
I don't think you can tell the way you think you can tell.
Nah.
So let me ask you boys a question that's probably gonna seem stupid and or possibly offend the professional mini painters, if there are any in this group chat. So I know how like acrylic paint works. I just don't care. So do you guys like wet your brush before you put it in your paint when you're not using a wet palette or anything? Or do you just go for it?
Never realized it. I just go for it.
I usually do. I don't thin my paint, so I usually never dip unless it's like I'm rinsing it.
Yeah.
But I also don't rinse between colors, and I see people do that a lot. I just use more brushes, which is harder for me because now I got to wash like 30 brushes, but whatever. It was just a question. I've seen some people do it, and then other people were like, nope, always dip because it's supposed to like activate it or something. I just put it in there as long as it's soft.
Activate the brush?
No, the paint.
Oh.
You should have your brush on anyways.
I was like, wait, that's a thing? Brush power, activate. I was like, all right, cool.
Like, I am really hard on brushes. So I buy cheap brushes because I'm not allowed to have good brushes. I will destroy a good brush no matter how good I take care of it in like a month and a half.
Mine only lasts about 10 minutes, and then I'm done. I lose one brush always when that happens.
I mean, if I can get, like, you can get like that pink soap stuff, and that keeps them really nice. I just don't, and I'm just radical punk rock painting this, just ripping brush with this texture. This is probably gonna last like 3 minutes.
Now, as they said, wet your brushes. I will use them when I switch colors, and then they'll be wet. So I guess it's technically the first color. Like, I only have three brushes.
That's what I mean.
That's all I'm going to use.
So I use like one brush per color.
Oh, no, not me. I will use 3 brushes for the entire mini, whether they start wet or paint it.
I can never get it clean enough to do that. I think I'm just an idiot, but I just switch brushes all the time.
Frog. Oh, I'm not on the right camera. I held it down where my old camera was. It was like, frog, and there was nothing on the screen, just me. Looking like an idiot. Frog. I'll try to switch back down to my low camera. That's the wrong lid. Pow. We'll paint this frog's mouth, and I might be done. Like,
I feel I've accomplished like nothing on this frog. I have the base and the first base coat, and I want to have the inside of the mouth and the tongue, and then like 12 more colors.
I got the teeth,
Counting
the
the
frog,
water.
his eyes. I gotta do the base. That's about it right now.
I gotta mix my washes around too, because I'm gonna try to like layer different washes.
First thing said watches.
Layer your watches.
Oh yeah, man, my frog sells watches, dog.
You gotta know what time it
What do you need?
is. Eastern Pacific time, Central. We don't care what time you need. Water brush. Crap. All right, frog. Get my frog. Oh God, my light.
Nice. Belly. I don't think you can really tell. It looks all right on his neck, but on the other side, not so much.
I hate when I know I need to paint the inside and work to the outside, and I say that every time, and then I'm like, oh, painting the mini. Oh, paint everything in front of it, and you gotta get back in there. Yep, here we go. Every time.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing.
Like, why not paint the mouth first? There are teeth in the way. Nope.
I always do the base last also. I know that's bad because I always get splatter on like the feet and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just lazy enough to be like, nope, covering up with a dry brush. That's now dirt.
He's just got some stuff on his boots. I hit my own camera.
I quite often paint the base, so several of my minis just have a nice gray primed base.
Yeah.
Stephen, it is very fun, very tedious, and frustrating at times, but it is pretty fun.
It's an interesting hobby, Stephen. You buy, 40 minis and buy some paint, forget about it, and talk about painting. And then once every, 3 months, you paint something. Then you move on.
That's mostly me. I feel you guys paint a lot. I'm like, yes, I just want the paint. Like, you want all the minis. I kind of want all the paint. And then when I actually come down to paint, when it's not on this, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this right now. I think I get scared. I'm like, oh, crap. This is not going to be fun to clean up.
So, I'll paint this one, and I'll quit for about 4.5 months. I'll paint something else. What's funny is I've got a small bit better at painting since when I started, and I want to go back and I see ones I'm like, I just need to touch up that or that, and I just go, no, nope, just leave it. Who cares?
That's right. One and done.
One and done. Sorry, Frog. Get back over there. Oh my god. Stupid mouth. Alright, Tim.
I think everybody has a massive time name there that they spend, a lot of money on, and then I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And you see some that you're like, oh man, I need that now.
That's how it happens. I mean, every time a wave comes out, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get those 4. All right, yeah, I'll get to. Well, you know.
I have a mini that I started when I first started into the hobby. I've been painting off and on for like over 2 years now, and I don't think that I'm any better, but I have a mini I started at the very beginning, and I have never finished it. Like, I mean, I have 10% of it done. And it was for a game, and I was really excited because I made an NPC and I found a model that matched it perfect and was like, yes, I'm doing this. And I got like the cloak done and the armor base coated, and I was like, or I could paint this wizard or this mind flayer or this other thing, and she's still sitting like taped to the base up in the craft section of my cabin.
Chris, I know you and I are very much. I'm gonna paint this. If it's gonna take me longer than an hour, I'm done. And
that's 100%.
I mean,
this will be the exception.
I know a lot of people are, they paint, they can do amazing, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I think it also falls in the mindset of, well, I do got like 7 of these I got to paint, so if I spent 25 hours in each one of them, I will never paint them. But
Right.
I'd love to be able to paint phenomenal. Some people can paint phenomenal and still do it in like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, and I think that comes with time. But something that Dave said to us really like made a lot of sense. That if we practice enough at speed painting, yeah, it might not be perfect. It's just be table ready. But we're learning skills that people take a long time to learn quicker.
I'm always ready for table ready.
I mean,
continue, Chris.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say the thing that really helped me with that is joking around doing those challenges on our channel when I'm like seriously like painting a mini like black, the entire mini's black, and then I dry brush everything. Yeah, it might not look the best, but some of it came out really cool, and I basically experimented and learned like some blending stuff and color combinations that may have taken me forever, and I forced myself to learn it in like a minute.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Mike? Sorry, go ahead, Bear.
You're good. The thing with me is, if anybody has watched or listened to the Trapped Under Plastic podcast, one of the guys on there said something that has just stuck with me. And sometimes an orc is just an orc. He doesn't need all the detail in the world. He doesn't need, hours and hours of work. Sometimes you just slap paint on it to get the paint on it and just roll with it. And I've really liked that. It's like it's a good way to look at it, because if you have over 100 models to get painted, you're never going to get that done. Just slap paint on it. It'll be all right.
There's some of them you may like a lot and be like, I'm really going to work on that one.
Yeah.
You can always repaint it, come back to it if that's your style.
True, short style.
I like, boss monsters being a little more detailed, but not every mini has to look crazy because not going to be pristine.
Yeah.
Like D&D is dirty and gory and horrible, so make them look. I like mine looking a little rough. I think that's why I use the darker washes too, because I like a little dinge to all my models.
There's gonna be one guy that floats through here and watches and goes, "Nah, I'm gonna paint this in an hour. And it's gonna be enter a contest." Oh, all right. Well, thanks,
bro.
I was gonna say, Dave or Mike.
What, Mackenzie?
But we got one guy writing a screenplay and lost track of time. Let me know if you need someone to act in a screenplay that you finished writing. I have been in one movie and countless home videos. I didn't play myself.
True. I mean, I remember the movie, and I know you were a former child, so I can believe and add validity to the home movie.
Hold up. Former? He's still a child.
I was once a child myself. Yeah, man. That's incredible. Spoiler alert, the tongue doesn't take paint correctly for some reason.
Maybe for you.
It's not. I can still see a lot of gray.
Oh, it worked mine like really good. Mine was excellent. Best out of the entire model. The easiest thing for me to paint was the tongue, and I only put one coat on it, and it looks like it's almost done.
What color did you use?
Wasteland Soil from Army Painter. It's like my favorite reddish purple.
Pixie pink.
This color. Maybe it's because it's yet a lighter color. I mean, that looks pretty cool.
Hey, man, I got most of those things. I have the ability to act like I'm summoning something. I own 1B and a Ouija board. I'll be ready. Don't give me any lines, because I will not read them. I don't know how, and I will just make things up on the fly. Just, give me the synopsis of what I'm supposed to say. We're doing it live. Yeah, jeez.
I think that should be like your approach to everything, no matter what it is. Like you're at school and like the middle of class, just we're doing it live. I'm like, there's nobody
Doing
here.
it live. Here we go.
Just like break teaching character and just like look off from like behind one of the kids, like, and we're back.
They'd be like, what? He's lost his mind again.
I mean, you were quarantined for a while. You might get like a settlement out of that.
I'm waiting to see the infomercial here in about 20 years where it's like, did you ever have COVID? Well, you can get, and be like, oh, that's me.
You may qualify.
Yeah.
Finally, I've been waiting for this. I never had, horrible asbestos poisoning or anything, but I was quarantined.
That's the better part. I've been exposed to that too. I'm like, oh my gosh. This will be great. Then they'll have some drug out, that's always like, take this to clear if you have any other weird symptoms from, past experiences. Side effects could cause headaches, COVID again, diarrhea. And I'll be like, yeah, I don't want that. Don't want that.
Man. this is off topic, but since everybody was getting quarantined, this would have been the perfect time for Nintendo to drop that N64 Classic.
How come? What? We're getting to who now? I think we lost Chris.
What?
We didn't lose
What?
Chris.
Oh, okay. Mike
I
said,
lost you.
I can't cry on command. I can probably cry and then, like, we roll it. Oh, Kaylee, yes.
I can stab you.
We are related. And I missed an A in my name. But yes, man, people don't believe people. What do they think
On
this
your
is? The
camera?
internet? Jeez, people don't know the internet. It's got everything real on it. Baron, is your frog's tongue pink or yellow?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I thought.
His mouth
Whoa.
color.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
pretty sweet.
I did a little bit of dark orange layer down the middle of his tongue where it's got that weird crease. Give it a little bit.
Here's my frog. I like his. Why my camera won't focus?
Pull him back.
Pull him back. All right, frog. I gotta paint that base.
Nah, it'll be all right.
I'm gonna get my favorite base coloring thing. Technical Iron Earth by Sedell.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about Muddy Earth from Vallejo for my base.
Ooh, that's nice. Did I show you dudes my cup that one guy got me from work?
No.
This is just a cool D&D cup, and I was like, oh, cool
Ooh,
thing.
that's cool.
And I had to put pop in it so I don't attempt to drink my paint water while painting.
Let me rephrase. I've never drank my paint water.
Yeah, I thought about that. I had to get a cup that I could see. Yeah.
I have dipped my paintbrush into my tea, though.
That's funny. Did you proceed to drink the tea afterwards?
Yeah, I'm not wasting good tea.
That's yeah.
That's right.
Forgot to paint the base first.
Base should be all right.
Stupid base. It's coming along nicely. We're gonna bring these in person when we're done to like get a good picture of them.
Yes, we will.
Fantastic.
We will put the picture on our Instagram.
Fantastic.
The link is in the description of this video.
Fantastic. Oh, frog boy. Tell you what. I mean, a little over an hour to paint this frog ain't bad. I mean, I'm not gonna say I only use 3 colors, but still very good.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere close to done with mine.
Oh my gosh.
With what I have done in an hour, it looks like I got like 2 more hours ahead of me.
Oh my gosh. Mine will look the worst.
Well, you know.
Forget that. I'll be in bed by 9:30 while you guys are still up till 10 like losers. Wait.
10? Son, I went to sleep at 10:30 last night, and I felt like an old person, but I went to work by 7 this morning, and now I feel like I'm dying.
That's funny.
I really wanted to leave early today because I was just not feeling it. And then when I got to work, I'm like, I did not have enough sleep for this.
Yeah. 10:30. I've seen 10:30.
It's usually like between 10:30 and midnight.
You're a savage. Savage.
Yeah, jeez.
I mean, I don't think that other than being sick, I don't think I've been able to voluntarily sleep more than 6 hours in like 15 years.
How long do I sleep? Yeah,
It's
I sleep
awful.
about 8
Like
hours.
I wake up at like 4 every day.
Forget that. I guess I sleep about 8 hours.
Can't. I will wake up. This morning I woke up at midnight and I'd only been asleep for literally 2 hours, and I was like, I feel pretty good. And I went out and checked on the cat, and I'm like, oh no, it's midnight. This is terrible. I should have just went to work then.
Showed up. I'm here.
They would have flipped out if I I leave because I got my 8 hours in by the time everybody gets there.
Yeah, they're coming in. You're leaving. See ya. Oh, did you forget something in your car? No, I'm going to bed.
No. I mean, I have an electronic time clock in there now, so they could prove that I was there.
Wow.
That would be awesome. Come walking out, be like, I'm going to go home and sleep.
I know not many jobs, if any, are like this. But I'd really like if it was just like, you need to work 8 hours in a day. It don't matter when. No. All right, well, I'll see you later.
Yes, that's what I need. I would literally work midnight to 8 a.m. and be okay with that.
That does exist. I think it's called
Right.
third shift.
Usually not for the good pay. Or if it is
Jeez.
really good pay, it is not going to be the kind of crap you want to be doing.
You better hope nobody on third shift wakes up here in about 2 hours, goes to work, comes home, and then watches us at 3 p.m.
I mean, Dave's job's like 2 to 9 or some weird thing.
His blows my mind. Like when I message him at 7:30 and he does not answer, and I've already got a message from Baron 40 minutes before that, it confuses me as to what Dave is doing.
I am.
Well, like the best part is everything in Dave's town shuts down at that time. So, like, imagine like Gallia pre-COVID, where everything shuts at like midnight. Well, that's Dave's town at like 9.
So weird. So weird.
So when we actually get these done, is our next paint stream like our profile pictures or just these?
Yeah. My name's going to be this.
Like you're in like the Zoom call, like it's just like close up like that. Just be like, ah.
Blah.
Frog Squad.
Look at that yellow. good.
Huh?
That yellow's pretty good.
Thank you. It is yellow, or Flash Gets Yellow from Citadel.
Frog.
The awfully awful, tedious task of painting all these black circles on him because that's the kind of frog he is.
Ninja frog. Oh my gosh. My light's not the best, so I don't know what I have and have not painted. Silly frog. I don't get his armpit? I guess not. Or right there. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a good light on this. Thought I was done with the frog, and there's like 6 spots I didn't even see.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness. Painting the base of this frog is what's going to take me an hour.
I hate these black dots.
So we put on his back.
His back, his tentacles, his face.
Silly frogs.
Kaylee has no clue who Chris is. Chris is a wild and enigmatic character who appeared out of the ether one day
I don't know that word.
on the way to music appreciation class. Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that how you met Chris?
Huh?
Is that how you
What?
met him?
Yes, that is how I met Chris.
Yeah.
Really? Man, you think you're friends with a guy. Music appreciation class.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Yep, with Colonel Sanders, I believe, is who taught that.
I mean, maybe.
That's exactly what they looked like.
You're not
That was
far off.
Mike, I'm glad you appreciate the dots.
I thought you guys knew each other before then.
Nope.
How did I meet Chris?
You showed up to
D&D.
Interesting.
All the good things happened out of D&D. I met you, met some other people. I still consider that the reason you and Caitlin got together was Dungeons and Dragons.
It was. I got an invite from Skylar to come over, and we met Baron. It was funny because he's like, "Oh, you'll enjoy meeting Baron." I walked in and said, "Hi, I know you."
Yep.
I used to be the kid that used to get questions off your cheese wrappers. True story. And that's how it happened.
And my mom cooked us.
That's where it started, man. D&D and your mom's good food.
Man, playing at that table all the time. How many years we've been doing this? On and off.
D&D?
Yeah.
Just the Dragon Guild or us? Like, or each individual?
Oh, I guess since that first time we played.
That was like
2008?
2010. No. That was 2009.
2009, yeah. I knew it because I played from like 04 to 07, stopped a little bit for like a couple months or not quite a year, played with another group, and then all that group went to college. And then Baron was like, hey, I want to play this game, but I need somebody to DM it. And I was like, I don't really know how to DM it, but the excuse was, well, you've played longer than us, so we'll figure it out.
It checks out.
I vividly remember that conversation as well.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So 2001, that was during the school year. I think it was around September. So September, October. That was 2009.
Yep.
It's been about 11 years.
Yeah.
Almost longer.
It's a long time. Yeah, I figured out because I am
This would be year 12.
30. I will be 32 this year, and I've played D&D since 2004, so over half my life.
Sweet.
Yeah, this would be 12.
And I still
Oh
don't
my
know the
goodness.
rules.
Heard that?
All right, boys. I'm saying October 4th, we just bum rush Baron's parents' house and do a 12-year anniversary.
Let's do it.
Just play on the table. We'll get some old pizza that they don't make anymore and go to a local video store that no longer exists, and we'll be ready to go.
Yep.
Yes, just hit all the nostalgia points. You want to find some Surge?
That means we also have to go to the movie theater and throw 3 liters off the roof.
Well, first we gotta get the 3 liters.
That's true. That's easy enough.
That still exists. That's the only thing that's held on.
Stars and Stripes?
Yeah. I went back and tried to get that. It's not as good as it once was.
No, it's not.
Mackenzie, it was never as good as it once was.
Well, I mean, the ratio of $1 for 3 liters, you didn't care. You didn't want to argue it.
No, Mackenzie, that's why we threw it out the windows.
I threw it off multiple things. I'll give it that. It does blow up very well. That actually still exists. So there's no issues with that. That's still a thing.
What up, kitty? You coming to paint? Kitty.
Coming to paint?
What up?
Oh, there he is.
Usually he jumps up on the table and tries to paint.
My cat's in here somewhere.
I don't think you're allowed to paint unless there's a cat in the vicinity, whether it's inside or outside. There's like.
I think that was the law laid down by Goobertown Hobbies. So.
That's right. He's the best. I think we'll add a nice, real dark wash to try to blend these feet into this dirt so you can't tell the difference.
I like it.
We'll get Mike a collection of all our shirts and autograph them, send them to him.
Oh, Mike, I know you need this Powerline shirt.
I think I got you that. No.
Yeah, you
Did I
did.
get you that shirt?
Yeah. Yeah, you and Caitlin did for Christmas.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering, Mackenzie married my sister.
Hey, make me.
For now.
Or what?
Oh.
There was a 50-50 chance I was leaving with Chris or her on D&D. I didn't care which one.
That's right. I'm still bitter about it. You could have been with me.
Still
For the record,
bitter
my
about
girlfriend is not home right now, so she will not have time to yell at me,
What?
nor is she watching that stream for that comment.
What? Where is she? Oh,
She's at her
painting somewhere
dad's.
else. Oh.
No, she's not like Tommy and cheats on us with other hobby groups.
I thought that was going to be the end of the sentence.
In 7 years, when we're sponsored, Tommy will see this video and make a comment about it.
No, he won't. I've texted Tommy 6 times today. Text me, guys. That's how I get all my messages.
Man.
It was after. It was actually a little while after. About 4 months.
The worst part is Tommy's a pretty dang good painter, especially for being new, but he's never featured on the streams.
He would just be quiet the whole time.
Well, that's fine. Not if we force it and be like, it's paint and chat with Tommy. Like, we're there, but we never have our mics on.
We don't speak.
And we don't paint. It's
Even
just,
if he asks us questions.
it's just us ridiculing Tommy.
Oh, man. We're just doing other stuff, like walking around, playing a game, talking to each other, whatever, but Tommy's there. We just like, no, Tommy, that doesn't look like painting.
We appear at each other's houses. Where are you guys at? Don't worry about it.
It's like a weird sitcom where you just come out of a random door in somebody's house.
Yeah.
We can do it at Tommy's house, not tell him we're doing it, and we just hide in different rooms in his house to come walking out of and right in the middle of it.
The stream's starting to be like, I recognize that.
Wait a minute.
I got that same thing.
Why is Tommy Jr. on the thing?
You get a call about it, Mackenzie. Why? When did you get that painting I have? I have the same one. Oh yeah?
Yeah. Ain't that something?
No, you don't.
Then I just throw it into the hall.
It's so real.
Mike, Dave is at work, and Tommy ignores us.
Yeah, that's. It's easier just to give up.
I found my cat. Getting...
Right on. Is she in the mini? Oh.
No, she's not. Oh, hey, Lord. She,
I know that ICP poster. That's exactly what it would be.
Oh, man. We could do one of these at Dave's, but go buy supplies at one of his hobby shops, but we film Tommy doing it.
Oh, man. That one got me. Oh, my goodness. I've had my phone on mute for like 2 hours, and somehow no one's got a hold of me.
You just jinxed
That's
yourself.
a secret.
Normally it's
Try it
like
at D&D next time.
missed calls and 42 texts and 8 messages, and like people think I know something. Once we get a text from Tommy right now. Hey man, I don't know what you're doing, but I got a bat in my attic. Oh, Tommy, that's a $30 pet fee for every bat you have. See you later, bye.
Oh man, tell him he owes you back pay for it because he didn't tell you it was there before you moved in. Snuck it in on me, huh? It's not very fair, Thomas. Trying to cheat me out of my hard-earned rent.
Yeah. No,
I know you're
dude,
kind.
Here when I got here. Oh, so you technically don't own the place then. It's the bats. I see.
Get out. Now putting the bat on the lease.
Yeah. Mr. Bat.
Professional bat.
Amount of money, $3 signs. They really haven't. Whatever, no one's gonna look down there. They won't be too
So
busy.
the comment
Man!
section happens. We're like, so you missed 9 spots.
Yeah, this probably did.
So I take back what I said. Doing the second coat now, if I mess up, the lack of paint on certain spots gives it a really okay looking like color scheme.
Cool.
Yeah, laziness. It looks really cool though. It looks like it's like I put in contrast, but I really just forgot and couldn't get paint on a certain spot.
Alright, let me get some light on all this frog, see everything I missed. It's like I could have swore I put this on here where it's super wet contrast. It probably either slid or I touched something.
Yeah, my problem is I keep grabbing like the tiniest parts because I'm holding the base, but like where the tentacles hang off, which I really like because I think it looks super cool, but it always like bumps my hand or like my thumb.
Yeah.
So I got to keep touching it up.
No. That's too much contrast. Running.
This boy takes a lot of pain. I want to get some more of this venom green.
Froghemoth, he doesn't just eat people. He eats paints.
Eat paint.
Paint eater.
I just like that they're super heavy.
Yeah. You can knock somebody out with this, you know. If they're already falling and you already punched them. What?
That makes sense. Science.
No.
It's getting a little better. It's like smoothing out a little.
This reminds me of Hypnotoad.
Yes. Just leave it like that. Paint the little squiggle on the eye.
Yep. That's all you do. Been great if I would have painted this for those 2 hours, and then when we would have showed them, I would just held up a live frog.
That's
Here it
the
is.
technical. Makes it look so real.
That frog looks real. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That's how you know we made it. We've upgraded our YouTube quality from phone cameras, like show mine and then show Mackenzie's, and it's just a live frog.
Been taming it for the last 2 hours.
That's what Tommy would do. You guys said we were painting frogs. I've been trying to catch one for 2 hours.
He comes up with the frog and he's got like a clown face painted on it. All right, we're done, right? Do we just let him go? Or?
I'm keeping it.
This was not ready. Oh my! You boys had the pleasure
We really
of doing the frog night in school.
Yes, I loved it.
It was interesting.
What was it?
Frog dissection in school.
I did it. Okay, it was done near me in biology class, but I didn't do it.
It was done near me.
I did other people's I did one in high school, and then in like 8th grade or something crazy, and then in college I did like 4 because I did mine, and somehow my shaky hands that I have during painting didn't happen when I was with a scalpel, and I did other people's in class because these girls didn't want to do theirs, and I thought it was cool, which probably creeped them out. And so I did their frogs.
Nice. I did my frog.
And we did a cow eye.
We didn't do that one.
What's her name? I made Brittany. What's her face do it? You remember Mackenzie when we had biology?
Yes, very much.
Yes.
What's her face?
With because I had the lab with Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember her last name, but that's not important.
Different now. Yeah.
I dissect the frog. Mr. Billy Stanley says, "Didn't we dissect something in Mrs. Dunlap's class?" Yes, we did. It was.
I didn't.
It was something. I don't remember the scientific name, but it was something that owls puked up.
Oh.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mike wants to watch the Tommy's ICP Frog Show.
Yes.
He also did not possess the ability to dissect things because of the fumes messed with him, and I can fully respect that.
Owl pellets.
Coward.
That's exactly what it was. Yes.
Thank you, Ethan.
Was you in there dissecting those with us?
That would be awesome. It's like a class reunion for you guys, just randomly on the live stream.
I hope not.
But that is correct. Yes, owl pellets is the word we were looking for. Could not remember that. That was fun, though. Then we did the frog, and then they talked about doing, I think it was a cat. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out there. But we didn't end up doing it.
I walked in on the cat one at college because the same teacher taught zoology, and I didn't like her. So I wanted a different biology teacher the following year. So I walked in on the cat dissection and was like, what the heck is this? And they're like, zoology. I'm like, man, but the same teacher teaches it. That's a shame. And then I had her drop me out of the class.
Cold.
Because I hated her. So I got a better teacher for biology, and I only went like twice. but I did all the lab and all the bonus work, and it was awesome.
All right, Frog. I like you and you like me. But I gotta repaint that tongue and I think you're done, boy.
I got another like 2 hours on mine, but it's good for today.
That's what I'm thinking. I got a lot of my spots done, if you can see that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
His eyes are pretty scarifying.
Yeah.
Love it.
But, I think it's turned out pretty well. The wet blending I tried to do on his belly didn't work out exactly how I wanted it, so I'll fiddle with that later. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks everybody who hung out with us and watched us paint and
Thank you.
random things. It's been a lot of fun. We will most likely do this again. Not sure what we'll paint next time, but yeah. So if you enjoyed it, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the dice rolling.